Good day everyone, I am John Lawrence Notla. This time, I will be presenting to you my final progress portfolio in a Proof EdOc 10 work-based learning with emphasis on trainer's methodology. So this portfolio is just based on my qualification, front office service NC2, a field that I chose because I believe the front office service is the healthy or the heart of the hospitality. It is the first and the last impression of guests and it requires a high level of professionalism, communication, and service orientation. So throughout this course, I learned how work-based learning and TM I have future trainers like me deliver industry-aligned, learner-centered training. So this portfolio shows that the whole process from identifying learner needs and up to the evaluating the trainer program. So let me walk you through each major part. First, let's come to the training needs analysis. So for this part, I conducted a training needs analysis to understand the background and the readiness of the trainees. I gathered the data about their age, sex, educational level, learning style, experiences, and the personal needs. So from the results, I found that most trainees were young adults. So from here, most trainees are young adults, college level, and had a good English and math proficiency. Many were visual and kinesthetic learners. Some were kinesthetic learners, and yung iba naman ay kumbaga financially challenged, which means training support must be considered. In terms of skills, yung TNA pinapakita nito na yung trainees were strong in the basic and common competencies like communication, yung teamwork, hygiene, and computer operation. In customer service, kayang-kaya din nila. However, the problem is the biggest training gaps, which is in terms of core competencies, such as yung reservation, yung cashiering, concierge, night audit, and the front office operators. Ito yung mga bagay na kailangan pa nilang i-improve at yung mga bagay na nahihirapan sila. The TNA helped me to understand where the trainers are and where they need support. So this became my foundation for my training plan. So after the training needs analysis, I conduct immediately the training plan. Okay. So here now the training plan. Let me find first. Okay, so my training plan. After identifying the training gaps, after identifying their training gaps, I created a training plan aligned with the TESDAS competency-based curriculum. Yung plan ko, naka-include dito yung learning outcomes, yung sequence ng activities, yung training methods na gagawin ko, and yung materials na kailangan doon sa activity, and the assessment strategies. I made sure that the activities that I conduct here match the learning styles of the trainees. More demonstration, simulation, hand-on tasks, and visual materials. So since front office work is skill-heavy, the plan focuses on practical application. Kung makikita nyo, lahat yan parang simulation, role-play, and scenario role-play. So this plan serves as the guide for how training will run from beginning to the end. So hanggang sa huli. And then after that, the next part is the list of tools and materials and equipment, and also yung facilities na kailangan para doon sa training. This includes computers, reservation forms, telephones, guest folios, logbooks, cashiering equipment, and front office counters. Kaya yung mga dito, yung mga training requirements dito, dyan nakalagay, logbook, room key, Vanguard, and then in the other. So after na maset yung mga kailangan para doon sa i-execute na activities, pupunta na tayo sa training. Ayan, so pupunta na tayo sa trainees progress sheet. Okay, so ano naman dito sa trainees progress sheet? Yung trainees progress sheet natin, pinapakita na whether each learner has achieved the required competencies. Na-achieve ba yung required competencies na dapat may sagawa ng learners natin? Or hindi? Kailangan pa bang i-improve? Kailangan pa bang i-maintain? Kailangan pa bang mas i-gawin yung bagay na nandito o yung bagay na nandoon? So through this, I learned that progress must be measured not only through quizzes, but through performance. Siyempre, kailangan natin mag-base sa performance since nasa CBT field tayo, nasa OJT field tayo. Okay? So by observing how well trainees demonstrate the skills step by step, a competency-based approach is not about memorizing, but performing. So ito yung dapat nating matandaan sa sa field ng competency-based approach. And then after that, the training session evaluation form will be conducted. Okay. So the training session evaluation form, this just simply collects the feedback from trainees regarding the conduct of the training. Ayan. So this taught me the importance of listening to the learners. Evaluation is not just for grading. Siyempre, para sa improvement din natin ito. So yung trainees, nafe-feel natin na and ma-experience natin na tayo ay dapat na mag-adjust, mag-innovate, and deliver better sa mga susunod na sessions. Okay, so that's why kailangan natin yung training session evaluation form ng mga estudyante natin. Okay, and then after that, we come now to the interpretation and the analysis of the program of the evaluation. So in this section, I analyze the results of the evaluation form, and then the trainees shared positive feedback, especially in the delivery of the training and clarity of instructions. So they also highlighted here, ayan, yung mga results nila, areas to improve, such as the availability of equipment and the pacing of activities. This part reminded me that the effective training is not one way. Siyempre, dapat flexible tayo. It's a continuous loop of planning, delivering, and receiving feedback and improving. So that's why dito, kung makikita nyo po, outstanding yung naging results ng mga estudyante, ng mga learners or trainees natin. Okay, ito yung findings natin. Yan, and then yung recommendation. Just as I have said earlier. And then lastly, this is my narrative report. For the final part, I wrote my narrative report where I reflected on everything I learned. So from this course, I gained confidence in creating a TNA, designing a training plan, or preparing tools and materials, and understanding competency-based training. Also, I learned that being trainers is not just about teaching. It's about guiding learners to become competent and work-ready. Okay, I also realized na dapat yung training ay maging sense of responsibility natin. Every detail matters. Mula sa documents, sa tools, sa evaluation. Kasi yung trainees nakadepend lang naman ito sa tulong natin. Kaya dapat mas maging effective tayo as facilitator, as a trainers para sa ating mga future trainees para sa kanilang workplace. To sum up, okay, yeah. To sum up this report, presentation of my portfolio, this portfolio represents my growth, not just as a student, but a future trainer. I learned how to assess learners, plan systematically, conduct training, and evaluate its effectiveness, all based on real workplace standards. I'm grateful for this experience because it prepared me for the real demands of teaching the TVET field. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. That's all.